What is up, you guys? Good morning on this fine Thursday. So, today is the big day. I am doing it. I'm going to be doing a vlog. This is going to be a vlog, my first vlog on this channel, my first travel vlog on this channel, and the beginning of a very exciting journey. I am leaving for Arizona today. I'm leaving this morning. It's going to be about a 29-hour drive over the course of 3 days. So I'm going to be documenting my journey for all of you. And I'm leaving here. It's 6 in the morning here on the East Coast. And I'm very, very excited. I said goodbye to my folks this morning. They both cried, gave them a big hug, and told them I loved them. And uh, that was a moment. Yeah, so stay tuned because I am going to be getting a lot of footage and we're going to be having a lot of talks. So you're not going to want to miss any of it. So stay tuned. We're doing it! Holy shit! We're fucking doing the thing! We're doing it! We're doing the thing! Damn! Wow! Wow. Alright, I don't know how well y'all can see, but look at those fucking mountains, bro. I'm in Tennessee right now. I can't fool around with this too much because I'm driving, but as you guys can see, the mountains off in the distance, it's absolutely stunning, gorgeous. All right, everybody. So, just to give you all an update, I am about 3 hours away from Nashville, Tennessee. I've been to Nashville 2 or 3 times. Great city. I went years and years ago to the Nashville Zoo, and I stayed in the Embassy Suites with my mom, my uncle, and my 2 cousins. We stayed at the Embassy Suites, and we went to the Nashville Zoo, which was really cool. I remember. And then we did some other stuff. I think we went to the aquarium too, actually. And then I went to an amazing Pixies concert with my dad. For those of you who don't know, the Pixies are one of my favorite bands. Best concert I've ever been to, hands down. Like, the best show ever. They are an incredible live band. So yeah, that's where I'm headed now. Once again, I have driven through the most beautiful mountains I've ever seen in my entire life. I've only cried once. Well, no. Yeah, I cried once as I was leaving Greenville, headed into TR, and then I teared up a little bit about 30 minutes ago. So I'll probably cry at least one more time. I'm a big sap, so yeah. If I have a meltdown, I'll get it on camera. That'll go viral. That'll go viral for all the wrong reasons. Get some of you guys calling me a pussy in the comments. But anyway, I just wanted to give you guys an update on what's going on. So I will have much more for you later on. And stay tuned. Oh my God, it's a Trump Superstore! What the fuck? All right, guys, so I am at Mimi's Cafe currently in, I don't know what city in Tennessee I'm in, to be honest with you. But this place got really good reviews. It's a little hole-in-the-wall place, and it's packed out right now. So that should tell you everything you need to know. But I will show you what my food looks like once I get it, and I will give an honest review. Guys, look at this. This looks fucking phenomenal. I'll let y'all know. Let's give it a shot. Let's try these biscuits and gravy first. See how they taste.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Yep. Exactly what I needed. Mm-hmm. Hamburg. Yep. Yep. Bacon. Bacon. That bacon hits different. It do. It do. Hash brown. These hash browns, undefeated. Now we're gonna try the sausage. It's the last one, last component. Such a good sausage. All right. I'm gonna eat the rest of this and I'll get back with y'all. Peace.
What's going on, people? Figured I'd do some quick filming while I'm out here driving. I'm about 25 minutes away from Nashville. Haven't really done a whole lot of talking. Usually when I'm in the car by myself, I talk to myself a lot because I'm just weird like that. But I haven't really... Roll the window up so y'all can hear me. Haven't really been doing a whole lot of that this trip, and I think it's just because I'm like I guess it's just because I'm like really taking the time to soak everything in. You know, there's a part of my brain that is like convinced that this is a vacation. And I guess in a way it is a vacation. This contract that I'm going to be working is only for 5 months. And I don't know what I'm going to do when my contract's up, but, you know, I'll have time to figure it out. But I'm essentially going to be living in Arizona for the time being, obviously. And, you know, there's a part of my brain still that thinks it's like that I'm going to be on vacation for 2 weeks and then I'm going to come back home. And that's not what's happening. You know, this is easily the most insane thing I've ever done in my life. You know, this is like next level crazy. I mean, not crazy, but it's the coolest thing I've ever done, but it's also the most insane thing I've ever done. You know, I have felt every emotion you could possibly feel just within the past 6 hours, really. I've cried twice. Earlier, I was gonna get it on camera, but I didn't. For better or for worse, I didn't. I saw some mountains earlier in Rockwood, Tennessee. That's where I stopped to eat. And as I was coming back from the restaurant, I was driving, and I look to my right and I see just the most beautiful mountains I've ever seen. Just the view was so breathtaking that it brought me to tears. And man, that's really what life is all about. You know, it's about, you know, not only, I mean, obviously it's about, you know, family and friends and camaraderie and community and all of those sorts of things, but it's also about experiences, and it's about enjoying the space between where you are. I can't fucking speak. It's also about enjoying the space between where you are and where you're headed. Nature is very humbling. You know, when you see how big mountains are, how big this landscape is of America, it just reminds us how small we are and how, you know, it's very much an ego thing, keeping your ego in check, you know? and an ego killer, I should say. And yeah, I don't know, just some food for thought as I'm driving. I'm gonna be filming a lot more. I'll keep you guys updated. I hope everybody's having a really good day. And hang in there. All right, guys, as you can see, we are in the city of Nashville, Tennessee. It's we've got some pretty impressive little trees in the way. Pretty impressive skyscrapers. And whatnot. Unfortunately, I'm not really going to be able to stay here for very long, I don't think, because I am going to be settling in Arkansas, because it's about a halfway point between South Carolina and Arizona. And that's about 5 hours from here. So I don't really know what the fuck I'm going to do. Ooh, hi. Who is that? Damn. Very pretty Latino woman. Anyway, yeah. So I'm probably gonna stop somewhere in Arkansas, hopefully, and my plan is to like go to like a park or like an art museum or something and spend like an hour and a half doing that, because I don't want to just drive straight through. I want to see some things, but I don't want to take too long because I got a long way to go. So I will keep you guys updated when I have made a decision. Hello, beautiful people. I just wanted to give everybody an update on where I am. I am currently in Memphis, I believe, at a rest stop. I'm about 4 hours away from Arkansas. I decided I'm not going to make any pit stops today, really. I'm just going to focus on getting to Arkansas. So I'm going to drive for another couple of hours, and then probably get something to eat. And then after I get something to eat, I'll drive for another couple of hours into Arkansas, get a hotel, and call it a night. Tomorrow, I might go try to do something in Arkansas, because I've never been to Arkansas, ever. So I purposely left a day early so that I could go somewhere and do something in between the trip from South Carolina to fucking Arizona. I'm like, I don't want to just spend all my time on the freeway. I want to actually get out and explore a little. I'm not going to be able to do too much exploring, but I want to get out and, see some things. So tomorrow I'm going to do something. I'll do some research about Arkansas, see what kind of fun things there are to do, and go from there. But I'm going to update my folks, friends, family, etc., and tell them where I'm at and what I'm doing. So stay tuned. What's up, guys? So little additional update. This trip, I will say, has not disappointed so far. I've seen some really cool mountains and shit, just beautiful scenery. Okay, the scenery alone has made this trip worth it. And the really good food that I had this morning for brunch also made it worth it. But there's just one problem. Just one. I cannot get that fucking... Do you guys remember that episode from SpongeBob? I'm sure most of you have probably seen SpongeBob at some point. There's that episode of SpongeBob from like the late 90s where SpongeBob goes out into the wild and he catches a jellyfish and brings him home to keep him as a pet. And then the jellyfish turns out to be a fucking party animal and just wants to stay up all night and party and dance to really loud techno music. And there was that scene where SpongeBob is dancing with the jellyfish, and it's like a techno sequence, and there's a bunch of flashing fucking, bright colors and shit. It's an epileptic person's nightmare, worst nightmare. And it's that song, it's that that has been stuck in my head all fucking day long. All day. I'll just be driving and Ah! Make it stop!
All right, guys, so this is dinner right here. I got a couple of black and blue sliders with bacon and some seasoned waffle fries. We got some spinach dip here and a burr. This place is called Bourbon and Barley's. Never been here before. New restaurant, new city that I've also never been to. So food's decent. It's not exceptional, but it's. I'm very hungry, so it'll do. It'll do.
Hey guys, so oh, my screen's a little blurry. That'll be all right. Random thought just popped into my head. So when I was at the Bourbon and Barley's and I was eating my dinner, it occurred to me that my second stop. So my first stop is going to be in Little Rock, Arkansas. Okay, that's going to be my first stop. My second stop, you know where my second stop is going to be? The second place that I, crash before I finally head to Arizona? Roswell, New Mexico. Do I have to say anything more? So with that being said, do you know what they have in Roswell, New Mexico? They have an alien art museum. I gotta go to the alien art museum. Trouble is, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to spend any time in Little Rock and in Roswell. I don't know if I'm gonna be a little pressed for time, I think. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do both. I would like to do both. Just humor me for a minute, okay? Just humor me. Imagine I drive through Roswell, New Mexico, and I look up in the sky and I see a fucking UFO. Can you imagine? I would be so geeked. I wouldn't be able to stop talking about it for like 5 years. Hell, actually, fuck that. I'd talk about that for the next 50 fucking years. My great-grandchildren would have to hear me in my old and senile, dementia-addled state yammering about a UFO that he saw 50 years ago. Or however many years ago. And then my grandkids are going to be like, yeah, okay, Pops, sure. Like, no, you don't understand. I saw it. I saw it with my own 2 eyes. I saw a flying saucer, Jimmy. I saw it. I'm just saying, it would be pretty fucking cool.
All right, folks, we have just arrived in not Fayetteville. I'm sorry, it's been a long day. I've been on the road for 10 plus hours. We have just arrived in Little Rock, Arkansas. And as you can see from my window, it is a pretty happening place. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the room. It's really nothing special, but here it is. I've got the single, which is surprisingly big for a single mattress. That pretty cool painting on the wall there, or photograph, or whatever the hell that is. Kind of like the vibes. I'm fucking with it. TV, obviously, which I'm probably not going to use, but pretty good sized shower here at the. I actually am not going to tell anybody where I am because I don't want y'all to stalk me. I know how crazy my viewers are, but I'm not going to tell you what hotel I'm in. Sorry. But pretty good shower, pretty good sized shower. And I got to show you guys something real quick. Some of you may be, either scarred or, flustered by all of my manliness. But I'm going to show you guys the gains, man. Granted, I'm still fat. I'm still chubby. Obviously, I have a muffin top, but like, look at the traps. When did I get fucking Popeye arms? Like when did this happen? I mean, I don't claim to be the most muscular guy in the world, but like, goddamn, I'm kind of sexy. Especially with the bald head. Once I really get in shape while I'm out here, because I'm going to make a concerted effort to get in better physical condition, I'm going to look like Johnny Sins. And because this is YouTube, I am not at liberty to disclose who that is if you don't know who that is. But if you don't know who that is, go ahead and give them a Google search, and you'll know who I'm talking about. But anyway, I'm gonna go to bed because I'm fucking tired and I'm slurring my words, and I'm delirious. But I thought I would show you all my room and my body. So, good night, everyone.
What is up, you guys? It is currently 7:45 where I am. I am in the lobby right now getting breakfast. Before I leave, I'm actually getting a little bit of a late start today because I couldn't really sleep last night, which is unusual because I was on the road all day, but I think I'm just excited. But hopefully that doesn't come back to haunt me. Yeah, I'm driving through Oklahoma today. I'm a little scared because it's tornado season, but everything's going to be fine. I'm divinely protected. All right, folks, we are leaving. We are leaving Little Rock, Arkansas. I just checked out of the hotel. So I am ready as I'll ever be, I suppose. I've never driven through Oklahoma before, or Texas. We're going to be landing in Texas, which is kind of exciting. Amarillo, the next place that I'm going to be staying, is like 200,000 people. That's a lot of fucking people. I wish I could stay here in Little Rock. I mean, I guess I could if I wanted to, but I'm really trying to get through Oklahoma because it's going to be a long drive. So I will keep you all posted with any updates. And I love you all. Be good. All right, so if you guys are ever in Oklahoma, specifically Henrietta, Oklahoma, and you want to know a good place to get a burger and a shake, or a burger and ice cream, this is the place. It's called Braum's, B-R-A-U-M-S, Braum's. And I just had the best burger I think I've ever had in my entire fucking life. So you need to come check this place out. What is going on, my family? So, as you all already know, I am driving through Oklahoma on my way to Texas. And I wanted to give you guys a definite update on what's going on. So I knew when I started this trip, indefinitely, without a shadow of a doubt, I wanted to stop somewhere and actually spend a significant portion of time instead of just being on the fucking road all through the whole thing, from start to finish, and not really getting to do anything, go anywhere. So I've decided that I am going to make a pit stop in Roswell, New Mexico, and we are going to spend the whole fucking day there tomorrow, basically, because it's about a 3.5 hour drive from Amarillo, Texas to Roswell, New Mexico. So you figure if I spend all day there, get up early, drive there, get there by, get up around 4:30, 5 o'clock, be out of the hotel no later than 6:30. I'll get there around 10:30, 11-ish. And then I can drive to Roswell, spend the day in Roswell, and then on the 8th, which is when I'm checking into the lodge, I can get up early, and get there by 1:30, 2 o'clock in the afternoon and take some time to rest before my big orientation. So that's what I'm going to do because, god damn it, I want to see a fucking alien. So that's what we're doing. Here's the thing. Here's what you got to understand, okay? I want to believe that there's aliens on Earth, okay? I have chosen, without any evidence, with no evidence at all, I have made the conscious choice to believe that that was an alien at Roswell that day, and that the government covered it up. I want to believe. Whether there's evidence, whether there's evidence to the contrary or not, I don't care. Just let me have this one thing! Please. Alright, I love y'all. Hey guys, look at this shit. Look at this. Windmills. Windmills. Everywhere you look. Windmills. Windmills for days. Windmills for months. Windmills for years. Windmills. Fucking windmills. Oh, we're in Texas, by the way.
Alright, y'all. I am checked into my second hotel for the night. I'm about to give you guys the grand tour. I figured I would start by giving you all the most beautiful view, obviously. But something that just dawned on me, I probably don't smell too great right now because I've been on the road all day. So I probably have a musk. And I just got to thinking to myself, my smell is probably something to be desired, but that's wrong, right? The saying is actually, my smell, my musk, is something to be undesired or not to be desired. That's another saying that people get wrong. Kind of like, I couldn't care less, or you could care less. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about. I'm tired, but you know what I'm saying. Just a random thing that popped into my brain. I'm gonna get a shower and get settled in a little bit, and then I'll tell you guys more about my trip, because it's been a lot of fun, but it's also been kind of a nightmare. So I'll get back to y'all. All right, guys. I am actually about to go to bed. I know I look like death. I look like a fucking vampire. You don't have to tell me. I know. I'm aware. But I just wanted to make a quick video real quick, because I'm about to go to bed. I'm laying in bed right now as we speak. I was just thinking, life to me, people say, does money equal happiness? Does money not equal happiness? It's a big it's a big debate starter. I think, from my perspective, and I realize that happiness looks different to everybody, but from my perspective, freedom equals happiness. And so, to a certain extent, I think money can add on to happiness. But I think the freedom in and of itself, to me, is infinitely more important than money. Now, granted, money can buy you freedom, but a lot of people are stuck in a prison of four walls that they can't see, hear, touch, taste, or feel. And that's a mindset. You could make $100,000 a year, $1 million a year, multiple millions even, and still be in a prison of your own mind. Um, for me, I would rather make $30,000 a year working for myself than make $100,000 a year or even $1 million a month working for somebody else. Because if me making $30,000 a year means I get to travel, I get to see a bunch of cool shit, I don't have to worry about paying rent, I have a place to stay every night, and I have food. Even if I'm barely scraping by, even if I'm living out of hotels, even if I'm sleeping in my fucking car, if I have enough money to survive and to eat and to go where I want and to do what the fuck I want, that to me is happiness. And I know some people are going to see this and give me flack for it, but like, I'm not saying you can't have it both ways. You obviously can. But like, I think that the money itself, material wise, doesn't really mean anything if this isn't right, you know. And I was just, as I was driving, I was like, the little bit of freedom that I already have, just on this trip alone, I've got a little taste of it. Like getting to, you know, having the luxury to just like make a pit stop somewhere tomorrow and say, what the fuck? Why not go to Roswell and explore? That to me is what life is all about, is the experiences. And I'm fortunate enough that I'm young and I'm single. I have no children, that I can take a risk like this. And I am so fucking grateful that I haven't trapped myself. And I'm here to tell all of you that if there's something you want to do that you've been sitting on for a while, fucking do it. Fucking do it. That's all I got. I might make this vlog into a two-parter because I don't know how long this vlog is going to be, but I just wanted to come on here and rant before I went to sleep. Um, anyway, I love you all, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.